The problem with the youth of today, now I've not done many videos like this, so here's going to be a new first. I'm going to read from the comment section on one of my videos that I made the other day. And the video was pretty simple. I was explaining about something that happened to me personally, where I tried hiring some staff to do some editing for me. These were young lads. I say young lads, they were a lot younger than me. They were 23 years old, 23-year-old. And it was a Saturday that I contacted them. We agreed to do a deal, ready to get started, and everything was going good. Agreed on everything. I'm going to send you over the footage, get it over to me. This is my work rate. This is what I'm expected, and this is how much I'm going to pay you. I was actually going to pay those guys, two lads, what they normally get paid in a month. I was going to pay them in a week. But the work was obviously a little bit more, but it was still manageable for them. And I know it was manageable for them because I've done that work myself, and I am not by any means tech savvy, but people with the right qualifications, guys that are skilled at this thing, editing videos and posting them and doing all the captions and stuff, this is a breeze for them, you know? So we agreed on the price, agreed on everything, agreed on the time scale, got ready. Oh, we don't work on Sundays, so can you send us over the stuff on Monday? That right there was a red flag for me. Sacked it off, and I found somebody else. Very simple. I made the video about it. The fact that I said that the youth nowadays are very lazy. They're just not getting out there and doing enough work. Now, I'm going to mention, first of all, I'm going to read from the comments. Just a few comments. One of the guys wrote, I own a food franchise and I can't get young delivery drivers or young workers. These days, people think they're owed a living or are doing you a favor for working. It's effed up. Completely agree with what this guy is saying. Now, if someone who's a restaurant, is it a food franchise? Now, I'm going to take a wild guess here. In fact, I'm not going to take a guess. I'm going to give you an example. There's a guy on TikTok. I don't remember his name. He has pizza. He's called Pizza Boss, actually. Pizza Boss. He's an Asian fella. He's got a franchise up and down the country. He made a video about how much profit do you think that I would make from a pizza. He got a pizza as a pie, as a chart. You get what I mean? And he went around to the general public and said, how much do you think percentage of that is profit per pizza? 40%, 30%. Some even went as high as 60%. Some even said 80%. I don't know where they've been living. And the actual reality was, and again, don't quote me on this, it was a very, very small. I believe it was 5%. If not, don't quote me on this, it might even be less than that. It definitely wasn't 10%, it was less than 5% on one pizza. Which, you think, oh, hang on a minute, how is this guy killing it then? How has he got the Ferrari, the Lambo? How has he got the big house? How do business owners do all this? Because business owners like myself and many people around the world take the risk. They've got wages to pay, they have materials to buy, they're building, their rent, or if they're purchasing the unit, they've got upkeep on repairs, the machinery. Every single thing goes into it. There's so many to list. You've got marketing, you've got cleaners, you've got bins, you've got gas, water, electric, utilities, you've got buying the ingredients, then there's wastage. There's a lot that goes into it when it comes to owning any business. So I understand where this guy was coming from, and all he wants to do is deliver pizzas. Then on top of that, you're paying delivery charge as well, because this isn't some Uber Eats thing. This is him in-house delivery. So I wrote, before I could even comment, a young chap wrote, most fast food places only pay cash in hand and won't help with extra insurance. Most are trying to take advantage of young people desperate for cash. If you can offer better than that, you'll have people lining up to take the job. But I doubt you pay minimum wage. Now, first of all, there is no restaurant or fast food chain owner taking advantage of anything. When you're a businessman, when you open a business and you put your mortgage on the line, your kids' safekeepings, their future on the line to open a business, the last thing you're thinking about, trust me when I say this, and I speak for every business owner out there, is how can I take advantage of young people by paying them less and paying myself more? That is not what businessmen do. No one gets in it for that. I'm not saying there's people out there paying shit wages. There is, by all means, those kind of businesses as well. But nobody opens the business with that intention. I'm going to open a business to try and scam people. Anyway, it gets even more interesting. I'm not going to read all the comments. There's like 30 comments on here. And anyway, I replied to this fella. I said, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Make the comment below, prove my point. You couldn't make it up if you tried. These people want a proper wage for being a delivery driver. There's levels in life and you have to earn it. Let me explain to you what I was trying to say about there's levels in life. When you are young, if you're a teenager and you're doing the paper round, you're going to get paid shit wages. But it's not the wages that you're just earning. You're getting the fact that you're getting some kind of life experience. Yeah, you're on your BMX driving around a place, but you're seeing things happen. You're speaking to certain people. You're interacting with different individuals. One of my first jobs was being a restaurant worker. When I worked in a restaurant at the age of 15, I got paid really shit, but I didn't care about the wages as much as the experience. Even at that age, I knew I needed the experience. I need to interact with people. I need to speak to people. I need to know how different groups, how different people speak to you. There's a lot that goes into it. I've made a video about it. I'm not going to go over the whole video again. I made a video about that, saying the top 3 jobs that every man should have. Go and look at it. So going back to this kid over here, all he's ever bothered about is, please, I'm making sure that I'm looking after myself. I don't have to graft hard. I don't want to work hard. I don't want to do anything. I want everything put on my plate. You are just a wagey. Literally, a bit of an Andrew Tate saying over there. I kind of like it. Brokies on wages. You're just a wagey. And at 23, the chap that I was talking about in question, you're no longer a child. You're an adult. You should not be taking Sundays off. Sunday is... Look, I've worked 7 days a week all my life. Most of these kids nowadays, they don't know what hard work is if it hit them in the fucking face. I know it's one of those common things that people say, but it's true and it shows. Anyway, it goes on, and I'm not going to read everything. And this kid says, he tries to justify it by saying, when you get a car, it's a £500 car, there's wear and tear on the car. I'm like, bro, I don't know what car you're buying for £500. It's probably going to be a Nissan Micra. What wear and tear are you expecting on a Nissan Micra, bro? If the car's worth £500, are you going to ask the company that you're working for, can you pay me for wear and tear? It's unreal. And then he goes on to say, the tyres alone, a set of tyres, 4 tyres on a £500 car cost £200, which you need to change twice a year. Bro, I don't know. And this is what I'm trying to say with these guys. It clearly shows a guy's never done a graft in his life. You do not, on a delivery car, need to change your tyres on a £500 delivery car twice a year. First of all, you don't need to do that. You're not doing that kind of mileage, first of all. Secondly, where are you getting £200 tyres from, G? You're not driving a Porsche. This is not a BM. This is you said it yourself. It's a £500 car. How expensive do you think tyres are on a £500 car? I've had cars that are worth £3,000-4,000, and I will go and get the tyres for 20 quid. £20 second-hand tyres. Get a whole set, 80 quid. Where are you buying your tyres from, G, that you're spending on a £500 car, you're spending £200 tyres? It's not happening. Anyway, I'm just going to go back in to see if this guy's left loads of comments. Other people have got involved as well, saying, people are soft. One guy's mentioned to me that, he was a bricklayer, and he basically worked it out that he was on £1 an hour. £1 an hour after everything was paid, and he was an apprentice and he did the graft. And here's the thing that I was wanting to mention in this video. There was another little thing in there that I just wanted to mention, if I can quickly find it. In Facebook, the messages go all over the place. They get a little bit lost. But I don't want to edit the video, so I'm going to try and keep talking so you guys think I'm trying to say something. The guy was saying £10.50 is minimum wage. And anyway, sorry, this is the thing I was trying to say. The guy who actually owns the takeaway does pay £10.50, which is minimum wage. He does get insurance. He does pay for wear and tear. He does pay for everything. So the point I'm trying to say is the kid initially just wanted to play the victim, or he wanted to make the guys who are the delivery drivers who aren't working for him the victims. So he just wanted to support the victim. And this is it. It's absolutely crazy. And then if you blame the people who are the victims, you're victim blaming. It's crazy. The world's gone mad, to be honest with you. And the purpose of this video is the youth of today. I think they've lost their mind, to be honest with you. They've gone absolutely crazy. When I was trying to say about earning your stripes or there's levels to the game, the thing I'm trying to say is this. I've worked shitty jobs for low pay. I know the pay was shit for those jobs. It's because that's just what happens in life. You have to go through those jobs. Now, when I owned the gym, I used to pay some people cash in hand. It was an easy job. And I knew the job was easy because I do it myself. If there was anything hard, then I would have paid more for that. But you have to come to a compromise with the people that you're hiring. This is what you're getting paid to do. Are you happy with this? And if they're happy with it, then it's okay to pay. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with working for low wages. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, don't get me wrong. If you've got a family to support, if you've got kids, you've got a mortgage, you've got, well, first of all, I was going to say car finance. You shouldn't have car finance. And I was going to say mortgage. You shouldn't even have mortgage if you are not in a position to afford the next 60 months worth of mortgages. Just out of thin air. Give you an example. This is going to be another video, but I'm going to quickly mention it here. When I buy a house and I look, after I paid my deposit, I look in my accountant and I say, can I pay 60? 60. That's 5 years. Can I pay 5 years of mortgages without lifting a finger for the next 5 years? Without earning any money for the next 5 years? Only then do I give the advice to buy that house. Most people are running around saving up a deposit or borrowing the deposit off their mum and dad's, and then all they're doing is living to pay this mortgage. And again, this is another gem in this video, which I'm going to go deeply into another video about mortgages and why you shouldn't be buying right now for a young individual. The house prices are crazy. You should be renting. As long as you're paying rent, keep the rent low. Keep your expenses low. Keep everything low to start with. If you're a young lad, work multiple jobs. And when it comes to delivering pizzas or burgers and stuff, this should be a part-time job. This shouldn't be a full-time job. So getting paid less for a part-time job, there is nothing wrong with it. It builds character. Look at the experiences that you're getting by working these jobs. Another example, when I've had people work for me who I paid what I thought was a fair amount for the wage, when other people have asked me, oh, Fadi, I've got this job that needs doing. Do you recommend anyone? Guess who I recommend? Those people. I always recommend those people that are hardworking. I always recommend those people you can rely on. I always recommend those people that are honest, that aren't there just to think, oh, do you know what? Where's my benefit? Where's my benefit? Your benefit will come with time. Like I've said at the start of the video, you have to earn your stripes. There's different levels to the game. Once you get to the point of becoming a high earner or a decent or reasonable high earner, when I say high earner, if you're earning double the minimum wage, you're okay. As far as the UK, I'm talking about the UK wages. We know what the top 1% earn. We know what the average salary are. If you are anywhere in between that, you're doing okay. If you're earning that, then you can break things down as an hourly and think, you know what? Is this worth my time? Should I use this time to spend with my family? Should I use this time to play computer games? Can I use this time to go on holiday? Or equally, if you're a businessman, while I'm on holiday, can I be earning money if I set up a business? Am I going to hire the right staff? There's a lot that goes into this. Point I'm trying to say is, young lads out there, you're soft as shit. Get out there. Get working. Take on every single job that comes your way. Don't let people down. Be reasonable, be fair, but take on every single job that comes your way. If I was a guy, to give you an example, if I was editing videos for a living, I know how to edit these videos now, I know how to edit them. But if someone came to me and said, Fadi, how much you charge to edit a video for a week? £100. Okay, great. Now I know I've got 5 hours spare, and someone said, how much do you charge? And I say £100. They're like, I can only pay 80. I'd be like, I'll take the money, bro. Because 80 is better than 100. That doesn't mean you've devalued yourself, because if you said no to the 100 and you said no to the 80, you would have never had that 80. Now you've taken the 80 on. Yes, you've got more workload, but you're working harder. And when you work hard and you work double and you're earning almost double, guess what else you're doing? You're learning and acquiring a new skill. Not only are you learning and acquiring a new skill, you're making more contacts. Because once you do one person's job good, he's going to tell 2 to 3 other people. If you're doing 2 people's job good, he's going to tell 6 or 7 people. That's how you network. That's how you get somewhere in life. Don't sit there and think, oh, I want £10.50 for my deliveries for the local pizza shop. Go in there, ask them what they're paying. Be fair, be reasonable, and most businessmen are. Just like this guy on Facebook. I don't personally know him. He's a guy who just follows me on Facebook. I've seen him. I respect him. I see what he does. There's nothing wrong. And he's paying well. He does pay well. There's nothing against this guy. He does pay well. There's people out there that don't even pay that well. Still, take the job on. If after a week or so you don't enjoy it, you don't like it, voice your opinion. Tell people about it. Go on Facebook and rant about it like I'm doing. But don't ever sit there and complain for somebody else when you're not that guy. This other kid was just wanted to blame something on the world. You don't run a pizza shop. You don't run a burger joint. You're not running a takeaway. Nor do you work in one. Why do you feel the need to go online to say, well, it's £500 for a car. It's £200 for tyres. Why are people not paying minimum wages? It's got no to do with you, G. You want your minimum wages, you go and get them. And I guarantee you this right now, if you're watching this video, you're probably out there trying to look for minimum wages, and that's all you're going to be able to get. It's all you're going to be able to get, because if you stick to minimum wages all your life, that's all you're going to get, minimum wage. If you work for less, you're going to leapfrog over that minimum wage, because the lessons you're going to learn in those lesser paid jobs are going to pay 10 times later on. I can almost guarantee you I've done jobs where I've been paid 50% of the minimum wage, but I leapfrogged over that minimum wage. Proper, like I propelled myself way over that minimum wage to the point where I didn't even know what the minimum wage was. And when I looked the other day, I found out the minimum wage was £10 an hour. I was like, wow, why are you guys not saving up? Why are you guys not rich? Why is no one going on holiday every 2 to 3 months? Why are people not just packing up and moving abroad? That's what I want to know. So hopefully this video didn't drag on and gave you guys some value. Get off your ass, get working if you're young. Subscribe and like the video.